All right, good peoples. Good morning. Good morning. Let me make sure everything. Okay. Look like everything is working. At least I hope that it is. Y'all let me know. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. Yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. And we get right into it. I was supposed to originally do this yesterday, and some of y'all probably saw why I had it set up, but I apologize, y'all. I was just so beat. I was just out of it. I just couldn't do it, so I put it on private, and so I'm gonna try to do it today. So here we are today. Try to get it done. Okay. So y'all can hear me and see me. All right. Well, first thing first, if y'all don't mind, get that thumbs up for your boy. And man, let's get right into it. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all know I was covering the story, and I done missed a few things. Now, when I say I missed a few things, I wasn't able to go live to speak on it, but it's a lot that's been going on with this story. So to do a little catch up, I've been told and did my research. The teacher's doing okay. She's talking about suing the school, which she probably should. I'm hearing that there were warning signs that people did know of this young fellow who had this gun or whatnot, but it appears that everybody ignored the signs, so that's going on. Of course, the parents came out. They saying, hey, the gun was secured. He was in a program where they were supposed to be with him at the school pretty much every day. They just so happened that they did the week or the days they did not come with him. That's when this incident happened. Now we're gonna hear today that this young dude done cussed teachers out. Allegedly he choked the teacher. He took his belt, attempted to whip students, and all types of shit going on. Now, and with all that being said, you still gotta look at the parents. Because by y'all not doing what this program told y'all to do, all this really gonna fall on y'all. It ain't gonna really fall on him. It's gonna fall on y'all. Now, as far as him doing the action that he did, I don't know how much punishment he's gonna get for it. But however, though, y'all parents, who are his parents, I think y'all finna get in a lot of trouble. Okay? Not saying that I'm rooting for y'all to get in trouble. I would never root for nobody to get in trouble unless you just did some fucked up shit. I root for you to get in trouble then. But however, though, there was a reason why their program was put in place for your child. It was because of this. Y'all failed him because you didn't do what was asked of y'all to do. Amen? Did I say something wrong? Amen? Y'all failed him because y'all were not doing what the program had y'all doing. Now, guys, don't get it twisted. I know y'all as parents, y'all do get tired. I'm not a parent. Well, people call me a dog dad, but in this situation, well, I'm not going to count that. But as a parent, I understand y'all get tired. Y'all work hella hours, so it's going to be some things you are going to hit and miss. I totally understand it. But in a situation like this, man, you got to keep a hit on it, because again, you just don't know when something's going to snap. They say he has an acute disability. Now, from my understanding, those of you who are nursing, which LaKendra, I think you are a nurse, and there may be a couple of other you who are probably nurses in my chat room. When they say acute, I say acute, acute. Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say. That means that it comes and goes versus chronic. Chronic means it happens on an often basis. Am I saying that right? For those of you who are nurses, y'all tell me if I'm saying that right. Acute means it comes and goes. It comes every now and again. And chronic means it does happen on an often basis. Somebody help me out there. Am I saying that right or am I saying that wrong? Okay? Somebody help me out there. And Okay, the kid said, I'm telling the truth on it. Okay. ACUTE means that it will come and go. You just don't know when it's going to happen. Which should be more potent that whatever program that him and his parents was in, y'all should have been there. Okay? But the fact that y'all didn't, this is what happened. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, this young boy, 6-year-old, had a history of violence. I'm going to let y'all hear this. Miss Ashley Banfield, I used to love watching her back in the day. I forgot what show she was on. I used to watch, I think it was Court something. She used to be on some kind of show called Court something. I used to love watching Ashley, Miss Banfield, and I think now she's on News Nation. And she's going to talk about this, and I think they put this out about a couple of days ago. So, man, let's hear about all this because history of violence, it's getting real out here.
So there is some really disturbing information that's come to light regarding that 6-year-old allegedly who shot his teacher in Virginia. It turns out that the little boy had quite a history of violence. And I'm just going to list off some of these things. It's hard to believe we're talking about a 6-year-old first grader, but here we go. Apparently, the list contains the fact that he constantly cursed at staff and teachers. He tried to whip students with his belt. And in 2021, choked another teacher, quote, until she could not breathe. That teacher spoke to the Associated Press, anonymous.
I want y'all to hear that. He choked the teacher, allegedly, till she couldn't breathe. Now, this is what I tell y'all. Again, y'all be hollering about, what can these young kids do to people or whatnot? Look, let me tell y'all something. Again, age ain't nothing but a number. But depending on his disability and when he's hyped up, how strong it makes him, you will be amazed, regardless how old they are, the strength that these people have. And they can possibly kill you. All right? So you think adult can get hyped up when they disabilities act up or whatever mind offset that they have. You think they can mess you up? You know what I'm saying? Then just imagine, even a young child at that age get beefed up. Man, a lot of them strong as hell and damn near unstoppable. So, I mean, it's not too far-fetched that you hear this. Now, here's the thing. Now, did the teacher let him do it? Now, that's the question right there. Did the teacher let him do it?
Fearing retaliation, said that the boy apparently came up behind her as she sat in a chair in the front of the class and then locked his forearms in front of her neck, pulling back and down. And in order for her to be able to break free from this grip and breathe, a teaching assistant had to pull the child off of her. This is her quote. She says, "I didn't feel safe for the rest of the year because I knew if they didn't protect me when he choked me and I couldn't breathe, then they wouldn't protect me, my kids, or my colleagues if he did something not as harmful." She reported the incident to the school officials, said she didn't feel she got the support she needed. The boy was moved to another school. And as we know, Abigail Werner, the teacher who became his first grade teacher, was shot at the front of her classroom. I want to bring in...
Came from behind the teacher with it. Now, I'm seeing pictures on certain people who taking notes of this story, that's doing this story, and they showing this little black boy on a bike or whatnot. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's him or not, you know, but if you would look at him, you would probably say on the outside looking in, like, how that little man right there can do that to anybody. Again, all depends on what this disability that he's dealing with, that his parents not coming out and saying what's the disability that he's dealing with. All right, but however, though, some just tell me, man, that's not him. But the way they explain this, man, it sounds like the kid may be a little bit bigger than that, you know, because I just can see the picture that people putting out about him. If that is him, I just don't see him doing that. But then again, I don't underestimate nobody, though. But they can sneak up behind you and do that to the point that she claiming she couldn't breathe. I'm telling y'all, when your kids start getting disrespectful, it's time to put on them boxing gloves. Or better yet, man, hey, send them off to their jailhouse or something.
John Duffy, he's a clinical psychologist. He's the author of Parenting the New Teen in the Age of Anxiety. Dr. Duffy, there's so many things that It's hard to believe I'm talking about a child this age, but I do want to list off a couple of other things that have to do with this child, other incidents. Teachers say that in the past he threw furniture, he barricaded classroom doors, he threatened to light a teacher on fire and watch her die. We're talking about a 6-year-old who's barely got enough history to be past toddling. How is this possible that this is a child who could be in a...
I'm sorry, y'all. This don't sound like acute behavior. This sound like a chronic disorder. I'm sorry. And I'm saying it because I've been working in this field for 15 years. I never just really work with children. I always work with adults. And this don't sound like acute. This sound like chronic disorder. All right? Damn.
Typical school.
I'm glad actually that you are continuously pointing out that we are talking about a child who is so young. And for those of us who think this couldn't possibly be true of a 6-year-old child, this does happen on occasion where we see these severe behavior problems. But this boy's one thing after another, and you do feel like, okay, the system should be fully aware that we've got a serious behavior problem with this boy, with violence woven into a lot of this behavior. And this goes back to your point, more than a year, to back when he was 5, maybe 4 years old. And somewhere the system has failed not just this child, but this teacher and the other students in that classroom that day. It is alarming, and one wonders, where does this come from? Does this come from upbringing? Does this come from something genetic? These are questions that are forever we're asking ourselves.
Well, you know something? I'm glad you said that, Dr. Duffy, because a lot of people are very quick to blame the parents. And, you know, I feel for Abigail Warner because she was shot. As a teacher, she was shot, and she was still a hero, and she still ushered all those other kids out of that classroom and got them to safety. But special needs are an extraordinarily misunderstood problem with a lot of kids. And school districts are struggling under the burden of how to accommodate for these children in the classroom. They're doing their best. They're bringing in as many aides as they can afford, but not everybody can afford the kind of aid that this kid needed. It turns out the parents used to be in class with him every day, and that this was one of the first days, if not the first, where he was unassisted by a parent. And
Ms. Banford, let me stop you right there. You said people so quick to blame the parents. I understand when you say that because you're probably a mother yourself, all right? Like I said, I used to watch you back in the day. You was on a court show. I can't remember what it was. And I love watching you back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And I see no different in you right now. I'm glad you're still doing this. But you just answer your own question right there why people are blaming the parents because, again, they wasn't doing what they supposed to do, okay? The program said they were supposed to be with him every day until otherwise. And this one particular time, they did not do what they supposed to do. So if that's the case, ma'am, you know, hey, you can't do no but blame them, you know. And then the gun, now they claim the gun was secure. Now I can't just really speak on that other than that maybe he saw where they put the gun at and he just knew how to get in the box and get it. You know, we don't know the details about the gun thing. It's up to them to come out and say how he got there. But then again, from what I'm understanding, they don't even know how he got it from my understanding. But I get it. You don't want to blame the parents, okay? But the law, they try not to blame the child. So in this situation, who can you blame? They're just like me. If I start a new job, every new job you get on, y'all correct me. Every new job that we get on, you get at least a 60 or a 90-day probation. Meaning, hey, they're going to be looking at your call-outs. They're going to be looking at how tardy you coming to work. They're looking at how you perform your job. They're looking at how you working well with others. And so on and so on. If I'm failing in any of those categories in my 60 or 90-day period, it is up to their job whether they're going to keep me or whether they're going to let me go. They're going to keep me because maybe they see something in me that maybe I can pick up the pace, or they're going to let me go because they probably feel like that I can't do the job. Can I turn around and say, hey, I blame the job because I didn't get hired? Or do I have to just suck it up, take responsibility, and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I wasn't a perfect candidate for the job because I was lacking too much. All right? Amen?
This is, what allegedly happened. But beyond that, isn't there a point where if you have a history like this, the typical school system is just not appropriate? The exposure to the other typical children is just not appropriate for either. He doesn't have the support he needs in the typical system, and the typical kids can't be exposed to that kind of violence.
Absolutely. So you're absolutely right. First of all, we can't diminish how heroic the systems are that take care of kids with special needs, especially special behavioral needs. These are really, really difficult cases. It's really hard to craft a system that has all the infrastructure necessary to keep these kids safe and to keep the people around them safe. That said, you're absolutely right, Ashley, that a lot more needs to be done in circumstances like this. If there is a system in place, for example, if a parent is with a child every day, which is an extreme measure, this hardly ever happens in any school district anywhere in the country. It's expensive, it's inconvenience. So if they're going that far, this kid needs a lot of help. And to take a day off of that, you can see where that one breach, that one day can make an enormous
Yeah, I mean, and again, to blame the parents, that is far too quick. There's a lot more to this. You and I need an hour, Dr. Duffy, to go over this and to talk about this because it's so important in today's day and age. But thank you. I have to wrap it there. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
All right. So we heard that, hey, he had a history of violence. And, hey, this boy got more stuff going on than God knows what. You know why? That's a lot of stuff for a 6-year-old now. You want to burn somebody. You want to whoop somebody. You want to choke them. That's wild. That's a lot of thoughts for a 6-year-old. And to really know how to do it or what he's going to do to make it happen. That is a lot. All right. And again, I just want to stress, I get what people say, hey, you being judgmental, you want to blame their family and all that stuff. I mean, but then again, though, look, with something like this, somebody's got to be held accountable for the actions. And how they're going to be held accountable is, well, first of all, they're gone. That's the big $1 million question. How did he get the gun if it was secured? All right. Now, secured probably have many things what they saying, meaning they probably did have it in the box, but maybe they didn't have it locked. Okay. Or maybe he did what the 10-year-old did. He was able to get the key and unlock the damn thing. And he got the gun and shot his mom. Okay. He got the gun and shot his mom. That is crazy. Guys, I want y'all to hear something now. And I'm going to keep stressing these in my videos. You got 12, 13-year-olds who sexually assaulted a 6-year-old. You got a 10-year-old who got a gun and killed his mom. We have a 6-year-old here who brought a gun to school and shot a teacher. You have an 11-year-old who was on TikTok or whatever and packed her bag and left with a grown-ass man. Thank God that girl didn't get sold to sex trafficking. They brought her back. You had another 11-year-old who was online or whatnot and met up with some guy. He was coming to the house picking her up and things like that. Y'all get the picture where I'm going with this. Look at all these young children and the stuff that they getting into. All right? Look at all of this. And it seems like the ages are getting younger and younger. And who is dying by the hands of these people? We, as grown-ups, are dying in the hands of these children now. Okay? We are dying by the hands of our own damn children. And that's sad. Well, minus the two young ladies who left with these grown-ass men. I'm glad they didn't die. But still, though, if you're looking at these stories, how they piling up on each other, these young ones getting weapons and hurting folks, Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? What do we do? What do we do? And let's just say, even though the parents didn't go with him for him to be assisted like they were supposed to, even though that they didn't do it, everybody will turn a blind eye to this. Okay, then what would you say will be the cost of this? What would you say? If everybody was to say, even me, if I was to say, hey man, leave the parents alone, don't blame them, blah 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 this and blah blah that. Okay then, if I even did that, what can we say was the problem here? What would we say? Because again, something or someone got to be held accountable. Guns don't kill people. It's the people with the guns that kill people. You can't control a bullet. Once the bullet leaves the gun, it's going in the direction that you pointed it. Okay? So if we're not going to blame the parent, what are we going to blame? The gun? What, we going to blame the gun? Well, try that and see how far you get with it. Try that and see how far you get with it. So I understand that. And you see a lot of these stories and people always coming out talking about, y'all playing detective, y'all quit the judge, and y'all need to give them prayers and all that stuff, so. Okay. But then as the story go deeper, you find out that the people who you talk about we need to give them prayers for or show them kindness to be the ones that did it. Then what do you say then? Why do we keep falling for the same okie doke every time? As soon as we hear the story, where people say, hey, something don't sound right, you get mad and say, hey, y'all judge, and get a family prayer. Why should we give somebody a prayer then to find out they the one who did it? What you gonna do, take their prayer back? What you gonna say then once you find out they did it? How about just be fair and say, hey, I ain't gonna say they did it. I ain't gonna say they didn't do it. I just wait till the facts come out. That would be more plausible. But to get mad at people because they feel some type of way about the story, and you know for yourself the story sound like bullshit, you gotta call it for what it is. And if you're wrong, you just wrong. That's all there is to it. If you're wrong, you just wrong. I think there probably been a couple of stories I did where I may have been slightly off on it. But other than that, though, I've been dead on point with a lot of this shit. Okay? Now, I think I saw, when I took a glance from my chat room, I think I seen Gypsy Stalker up in there. If you are in there, dear, you know you are one of my hearts. You always have been. You always going to continue to be. Because I know your situation dealing with one of your children. You had told me stories about your children and dealing with their disabilities. And my goodness, bless your heart, dear, because one of the last stories you told me, that probably would have made my heart jump clean out my chest. All right? All right? But for everybody, I want y'all to see one thing. This go to show you when you don't do or you discontinuing to do things that to keep things in order and to keep things organized, to have a safe haven, you see what will happen. Because again, like I said earlier, it is a reason why whoever put that plan in place for this boy and his parents. It was a reason why they put that in place. Y'all fucked up. I don't know what's the reason why y'all didn't assist him this week. But in other time, y'all could assist him. But I don't know why y'all couldn't do it this week. So maybe that will come out the reason why y'all couldn't do it. Okay? But however, though, I got a feeling regardless of what story y'all give, it ain't gonna fly. Because again, that's y'all gun. And again, y'all did not go to that program with that boy. And look what happened. And look what happened. If you ask me, if he got all that going on, I don't even know why he in a public school, period. If you ask me now, and I know the schools say they can't discriminate and all that, and I understand that though. But when you hear a problem, I would think there would be some kind of gray area that they say, you know what, we can't take him in because he's too much of a risk. And I don't think that's discrimination. I think that's safety for the school and other people at that school. That's what I think it is. If he got all that going on, I just don't see why he was in there in the first place. Especially like he to choke somebody. Man, hell no. He got to go, man. He got, unless he got to sit in class in an insulated cubicle or something where he got a one-on-one person. But if he got all that going on, I don't even know why he up there in the first place. He's a type of child that should be at home. That's just me now. That's just me. I don't know if you could do that or not, but he sounds like he's the type of child that needs to be at home. And if they can't be there with him, get somebody who specializes in working with children like him. But that's just me. I don't know how everybody else feel like that, but that's just me though, because all that going on from last year, and you talking the way you talking, and you actually put your hands on grown folks, man, hell no. Hell no. Ooh, what y'all be saying? Ooh, child. Man, Jesus Christ. Right, Rama girl, thank you. Hell yeah, do that, man. Or yeah. Man, look. Okay, yeah, Rama, I agree with you with that too, but he do not need to be in a public school at all. I mean, that is just too much going on for a 6-year-old. And he's not scared to put his hand on anybody. I told y'all, man, when these folks get beefed up, Lord knows they strength. Lord knows they strength. Even my big ass. I mean, man, please. And then on top of that, he came from behind. So, man, y'all crazy as hell. Right, UFO, what's up, my brother? That's right, UFO, pretty much. And not being funny. Seriously, and not being funny. Not being funny. It's just like putting Michael Myers, in public. Yep. Guys, and I love children. I promise you, I love them to death. I love them to death. Disability or not, I love them to death. But even me, as much as I love children, anybody can tell you that I do. I love them to death. Even with me, if I feel they are a danger to my life and to anybody else's life around me, especially if I'm watching anybody else's kids, if I feel like they are a danger to me and them kids, I'm sorry, they cannot come around. Because I don't want to be held responsible for nothing. Hell, nigga, didn't mean to say that. But, hell, brother already, she got to keep up the shit that's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford to be sitting there spending out no more money. I'm pretty much sure all y'all feel the same way. I can't afford to be sitting up here spending out no more money. All right? Then people want to put lawsuits on me, talk about, you knew this boy, this girl did that. You still let me around my child. Lawsuit, got damn near 4 or 5 lawsuits on me. And I'm paying all my other expenses and paying their expenses too, man. I don't need this shit. I don't, how y'all be saying, I don't want this smoke. I don't want this smoke. Fuck that. Now, if you got the money, you want to risk that, man, more power to you, man. Shit, throw some my way. Throw some my way. Because ain't nobody got it like that, man. A lot of people ain't got it like that, man. And it's already bad enough, you know, so a lot of us be adding bills on top of bills. How many of y'all sit up there and went and got something and it'll probably be like an extra $20 or something like that, $25 on top of everything that you got to pay, and you think you can handle it. But once all this shit start coming together, you be like, damn, I sit up and add another bill to this, and you barely paying that. And then when you get through paying all that, you look at what you got left, you be like, man, golly, man, I ain't got nothing but like 30 or 40 some dollars left. All because you add that extra bill on. Trust me, I can speak on it because I've done it numerous times before. You think that little extra 20 or that 25 or 30 ain't gonna hurt? That shit will hurt you. That's just like you get your tax money and you trying to save it, and you talk about, man, I'm gonna take 50 here, that ain't gonna hurt. I'm gonna take 20 here, that ain't gonna hurt. I'm gonna take 10 here, that ain't gonna hurt. I'm gonna take 15 off of this, that ain't gonna hurt. You might just take it, just fuck it off, or do whatever you want to do with it. But that shit really does hurt, especially if you're trying to save. It will hurt you, because at the end of the day, all the little picking that you're doing off that money, eventually all of it's gonna be gone. It's all gonna be gone. No matter how you pinch off of it, it's all gonna be gone. So that's why I admire a lot of women when it comes to money sometimes. 'Cause I met a lot of women in my life, they know how to budget money. I done met a lot of women in my life, man, they could take $50 and get you a shitload of groceries with $50 damn dollars. Back in my day when I got my first place, my first two places, I used to take a female with me all the time to go grocery shopping. We could take $50, $60, you swear for a low. I'd have bought damn near $200 worth of groceries, because a lot of y'all know how to budget. A lot of y'all know how to budget. I'd be like, damn, I got all this for $60? Yep. And another thing is, men be fucking up on, we don't want to deal with coupons. I know I don't. But shit, they say coupons is a lifesaver a lot of times. They say the coupon is a lifesaver a lot of times. So while you get mad while people up there in the line doing all that coupons, she be like, man, I wish she heard the fuck up, man. God, but gonna find out though, you look at her receipt though, them coupons be knocking all that shit down. I don't know about you, UFO or London Link, but I don't deal with coupons. I just really don't. I think it take up too much time. All right, but maybe I need to start. I need to start getting them papers like y'all ladies do. Start cutting all this shit out. Start cutting all this shit out. Shit, I need to start doing this shit. Hey, like, bro, what's going on? What's going on, Barbara? What's going on? What's going on? She said, but now I have learned to budget a lot, and folks go to the store, be grabbing this, that. I'm like, no, why you buying their price when this is cheaper and they are the same day? Hey, that's the thing I'm talking about, Curl. You know, when I got my own place, my own first two places, I used to get the name brand shit, Fruit Loops, the Kellogg's and all that shit, Post, General Mills, and all that stuff. But when you look at the generic brand, you pretty much eating the same damn thing. It may not have all the ingredients that General Mills or Post and all that have, but you pretty much eating the same damn thing. And it costs way less. Costs way less. Now you go try to get the name brand dishwasher liquid. You find some that's cheaper. It's off brand. Work just as well as Dawn, Palmolive, and all this stuff. Work just as well. It works just as well. But I get it, some people don't like generic brand. I get it. But I'm telling you, man, you cannot go wrong with it because it's pretty much the same thing. It's the same thing. But anyway, though, to go a little further with this, I found the article that was posted back in January. And it says the 6-year-old child who shot teacher has acute disability and the gun he used was secured, his family says. Now, it goes on to say the family of the 6-year-old boy who shot and wounded his teacher earlier this month said that their son suffered from acute disability and that the gun he used to shoot the educator was secured. Excuse me. In the first public comments made since January incident, which shocked the city of Newport News, Virginia, the family expressed sympathy for the teacher in a statement released by their attorney. Our hearts go out to our son's teacher, and we pray for her healing in the aftermath of such an unimaginable tragedy as she selflessly served our son and the children in the school. Read the statement. She has worked diligently and compassionately to support our family as we sought the best education and learning environment for our son. The first grade teacher at Rich Neck Elementary School had previously been identified as 25-year-old Abby Zerner. She was released from Riverside Regional Medical Center earlier this week, according to a statement Thursday afternoon from the hospital officials. She continues her recovery as an outpatient with the support of family, friends, and health professionals, the statement read. The family said they had always been committed to responsible gun ownership and keeping firearms out of the reach of children. Then it goes on to say the firearm my son assessed was secured. The statement said, it is unclear how the child accessed the 9mm handgun he used to shoot his teacher in the chest during the class that day. Police described the shooting as intentional and say the weapon used had been legally purchased by the child's mother. The family said they have been cooperating with local and federal law enforcement to understand how the incident occurred. The statement also said that the child was under a care plan at the school. He was under a care plan at the school, which included the attendance of one of the parents in class with him every day. One other parent was supposed to be with him every day. And that the week of the shooting had been the first they had not been in class with their son. Every day. This time y'all didn't do it. Every day. This time y'all didn't do it. And chaos erupt the time y'all didn't do it. We will regret our absence on this day for the rest of our lives, the statement said. Oh, I bet y'all do. The family did not specify the details of the acute disability. They did not specify the details of his disability. I wonder why not. I wonder why not. Because I would like to know, I'm curious now, what is his disability? What is it? The statement says that since the shooting, the child has been under hospital care and receiving treatment. The family went on to thank their son's medical team and those who have supported them during this difficult time. We continue to pray for his teachers for recovery and her loved ones who are undoubtedly upset and concerned at the time. We love our son and are asking that you please include him and our family in your prayers. All right. All right. So again, guys, the two main things. He was under a care plan for the school. And he has an acute disability. Acute, how do you say that shit? Disability. Library, yo, that's a good question. If they were supposed to be with him, why did they allow them in there without him? Thank you. That's a good question. I didn't even think about that. That's a good question, dear. Hey, my girl, how you doing, my love? If y'all haven't, please hit that thumbs up for your boy. Appreciate you. Let me get my final thoughts on this, man. Again, look, let's just say this right here, man, to get him some kind of wiggle room, and I guess to have some kind of heart for him, because I don't hate him or anything like that, and I'm not preaching for anybody to hate them. But they didn't ask for this. They didn't ask for this to happen. The parents weren't expecting this to happen. They wasn't. But as the old myth says, you always expect the unexpected. Amen. That's when it comes to bills or anything. When it comes to bills, when you out in the public, anything, you expect the unexpected. Because when you're having a good time, a lot of times it does turn into a bad time. Not necessarily because of something that you have done. You got to think about the people that's around you as well. All right? You got to think about the people that's around you as well. You having a good time, but something going on with somebody over there across the way, motherfuckers grab out guns, start shooting, or they get to fighting and all this stuff, then it fucks up your good time because you're having a good time. Now you got to get the fuck up out of there because you got people there that's acting a damn fool. So the myth says, always expect the unexpected. All right? So there's one day or days that whoever, the mom or the dad, well, it seems like both of y'all, if the dad's even in life, the one day that you missed was the day that turned out bad. And it could have been worse for a whole lot of people. All those students up in there. But this woman was able to get all her students into safety so nobody else could get hurt. All right? Another thing that made this day go bad, the staff members at this school. For what has been told, y'all saw the warning signs. What is being told, somebody checked his backpack or whatever, you didn't find a gun, which I still just find it hard to believe. Unless he had it on his hip or something. I don't know. Another thing, y'all didn't have metal detectors up this particular day, but y'all claim y'all do use them, but you don't use them every day. That's another fuck up right there. Because again, expect the unexpected. Just like what happened to me. I got to still use my car for reference. Go to work every day. I didn't expect nobody to come fuck with my car. But the unexpected happened. Expect the unexpected. And it can happen to any one of us. It can. But the difference here with this situation is they had a plan in place. It could have prevented this. Even on this day, it could have prevented this. And this one day they didn't do it, fucked everything up. All right? Now they got rid of the superintendent, or I think he resigned on one or two, which I think he probably should have because he was going to be on him too. It was going to be on him too as well. If that is true, that a lot of y'all did knew what was going on, and y'all saying the way that he was talking, y'all still allowed him to come there while he was talking like that? Did y'all let the parents know that he was talking like that? Because if I'm a teacher or I'm the principal at that school and he's talking the way he's talking, that devil playground talk, hey man, we got to talk to the parents. We got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation. And I'm going to ask, or the guidance counselor going to ask, hey, what kind of activity stuff that you doing at home? Because this some devil playground shit he talking about. This some jigsaw shit he talking about. This some Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Jason shit he talking about. This shit is scary. So we need to talk. What's going on? What y'all doing at home? Or better yet, what is he watching at home? And the $1 million question is, what is this acute behavior that he have that y'all not talking about right now? Because by how that article just said it, it sounded like the school didn't even know that he had an acute disability, or they knew he had it, but they just didn't know what his diagnosis was. I could be wrong on that. I could be totally wrong on that. I don't know. But after this, though, I don't think he need to be in another public school. I promise you, I don't. He don't need to be there. I think he needs to be at home. I think he needs to be at home. And if y'all can't teach him, man, hey, again, get somebody who specializes in that area that can teach him where he can still get his lesson. Because I got a feeling if y'all let him back in public school, y'all probably going to take better precaution for this not to happen again. But if he does get loose again, it's going to be worse the second time around. That's my opinion about it. It's going to get worse second time around if he get loose again. All right? Did I say something wrong, or am I out of line? Did I say something wrong? Again, love the children, but you got to call it out. You got to call it out, man. You got to call it out. So y'all let me know. Did I go too far? Did I say something wrong? And again, I want y'all to understand, I'm not rooting for nobody getting in trouble. I don't want nobody to get in trouble, but again, somebody got to be held accountable for this. Somebody got to be held accountable. Okay? Because if it were one of us, you know they'll get us for this. If they would get a child who's not special needs, okay, then he shouldn't be no different because he committed a crime. But somebody got to be held accountable for it. Okay? And again, Jeff Stargirl, I see you in the building. I'm so glad you are here. I'm surprised you're listening to this because I'm shocked this not triggering for you. I'm shocked. However, though, you can't be one of the ones that can't speak on this because you are dealing with this. I don't know. I don't think you're dealing in this manner like this, though. At least I hope not. But you are one of the ones that can't speak on this because one of your children has a disability. Okay? And there's a lot of you that come to my chat room that have children that deals with disability. And for all of you, man or woman, whether you foster or biological, man, my heart goes out to you, man, because I know what y'all going through. I know what y'all going through because I've been in the field for 15 years. Over 15 years. So I know what y'all going through. And blessings to each and every last one of y'all. And whatever y'all doing to keep the fight going, to keep you, not only you safe, but your child safe, where society won't look at them different and try to harm them, keep doing what y'all doing. Because people try to hurt what they don't understand. Amen? She said, I go through something similar, Chris. My child doesn't want to be in school. The school forces the children. That's a problem. Ooh, wow. 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 Man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. Anyway, guys, as always, I love y'all. I try to keep up with this story. There's a lot of look. I get stories every day. I get them every day, all day and every day. And even if when I'm not online, I still get them. So, again, if I don't get to your story, please don't think I'm being a dick to you because I'm not. You know what I mean? I get it every day, man. I just get them every day. But anyway, though, love y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Your man Chris Thorns. Oh, as a matter of fact, before we get out of here, is there an update on that twin that was found dead? Let me see while I'm online. Is there any update on that twin that died where the mom claimed, well, first she said it was a seizure, then turned around saying he choked. I want to keep up with that. I don't see no updates. Hold on, let me see. There's no update. Any one of y'all first update that come out on net, yeah, y'all blow my shit up because I want to see what's up with that because I don't know, something about this story, man. It just, man, I want to be on mama's side and say I mean she's innocent, you know, but I just don't know, man. They just, I believe a coincidence, but they're just too coincidental right there, you know. But we'll just see though. We'll just see. All right, y'all take care. Oh, okay, yeah, I knew about that. Okay, yeah, I knew about that. Yeah, I spoke on that earlier. All right, guys, y'all be careful out there, and hey, whatever you got going, don't stop. I'm your man Chris Thorne. Love y'all. Peace out.